Let's do a mic test. Okay, that's working. Hi, let's go. Okay, thank you all for showing up to Spec presentations. Since this is a non-mandatory day, I really appreciate you coming out, getting a donut, and showing up. And those of you who volunteered to present, awesome. Really happy for all y'all. So, my name is Max. I am the full stack T3 instructor, and I believe most of the presentations are full stack T3, but we have a full stack T4 and an ML student presenting a side project. So let's go ahead and just get started with Cody and Starly. And this will be MC Starles Barkley, who will be MCing for the rest of the presentation as well.
Thank you. How's everybody doing? We're coming at you live from Atlas School, downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma. As some of you may know from last trimester when I emceed, I am referred to Starles Barkley. That's also my GitHub username. But yeah, so I guess let's get started. This is our Cody and I, our project from Full Stack T4, Around the World Cuisine API. We were given the theme of Around the World to create an API from scratch, and this is the topic we chose, recipe management and exploration platform.
All right, so imagine this. It's dinner time, you need to make food, you really don't want to go to the store. So, what do? Well, you use our handy-dandy API, put in the ingredients that you got, and it'll give you some recipes. And you can specify what sort of recipe you want based on, what region you want food from. Like, you feeling Italian food? You can specify that. You feeling Chinese? You can specify that.
So inspiration, why this project? Well, it was efficient too if you want to look up Italian recipes with tomato and garlic. You could look up tomato and garlic in Italy. Or different regions, like you want southern food that has biscuits, and you can look up clever recipes for that. So it was efficient to find those recipes in a quick fashion. And also, it promotes cultural exploration, to look into different cultures if you're feeling you want to look at different recipes from around the world. And it's also practical to our project, is the simple answer that everyone knows. It's just something quick, easy, that fits the bill.
All right, so as far as features go, it's pretty simple. You can search for recipes, you can make an account, you can favorite recipes to look them up later. It is an API built on Node and Express with a MySQL backend connected by the Objection ORM and the Connects Query Builder. And all the documentation was made using Swagger, which is super cool.
Yes, it was very cool. So challenges we faced, of course, dealing with relational data, managing the relationships with the users, recipes, and regions. We solved that with utilizing Objection.js for effective ORM. Cody came into this project and he said, anything but SQLize. So this was our solution. We later found out Objection.js is deprecated, but now we know, and it worked out.
It still works.
Yeah, it still works. User authentication, trying to figure out the best way to handle that and hit that. It was one of our optional requirements to get credit for the project. And we use bcrypt for secure password hashing. And we also use Swagger for another requirement to hit, and that was optional, but it was really cool because we had never dealt with that before. So facing that challenge, dealing with something we'd never dealt with before, and then coming out of it feeling like, wow, this is so cool, and I can't wait to use this in the future, in the workplace especially.
Oh yeah, definitely going to be using it going forward.
Yeah.
And
our
here
demo,
we have a lightning fast run through of some queries that you might make to our API. Make an account, search for some recipes, But this one has ingredients that we don't have. So let's set the exclusive flag. So let's just go ahead and favorite that one. And look at our favorites. And there it is.
Yeah, and now we're gonna meet the team. We have Chef Cody and Chef Starley. And yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And now, those of you who have seen my presentation or my MC before, you know I have a signature. I tend to rap. I actually forgot to rap our intro, and I apologize, Cody, but I think he's kind of glad he got off stage before I embarrassed him. So it's all okay. It worked out. So API Cuisines Around the World rap. Yo, Starly and Cody built an API dream. Cuisines from around the world, because that's the theme. Search by ingredients, region, or vibe. Whether it's curry, pasta, or dumplings you like. Sign up, log, and keep your profile secure. Favorite the flavors that make you say, very mindful, very demure. Around the world cuisine, explore the globe. Starly and Cody built the ultimate code. Search it, save it, taste what's untold. This API's fire. Watch the magic unfold. Thank you guys. Okay, up next we have Elias Brinkman, if we will. And I do have a little intro rap for yours, if you are okay with that. Okay. So your theme was 3D puzzle box, the mysterious puzzle box. Yo, Eli's in the lab building something insane. A 3D puzzle app that challenges your brain. Powered by 3.js, the framework's tight, rendering puzzles in dynamic light. All right, give it up for Eli, everyone.
Where's the... Oh, in my hand. Oh, thank you. Which one is this next?
Forward is, right is forward.
Okay. Is this still on? Okay. All right. So I'm starting out here. I have my very creative title, The Mysterious Puzzle Box. It is also very descriptive. Basically, I am bringing together all of my... It's a very personal project. It's just everything that I have a personal passion for. Puzzles, 3D modeling, game development, and it's sort of this interactive art piece with animated and narrative elements. I'm not really showing off many of the narrative elements here, but there's like some lore, I suppose you could say. And I was initially I was inspired to make something just by 3JS. I was like, 3JS is cool. I want to make something in three-dimensional. And then I was like, okay, so puzzle games are cool. Escape rooms are cool. I was thinking of something like, I've been playing a lot of Professor Layton games on my phone, and I recently played Inscription. And just the little puzzle games, the little puzzle experiences that you can play in those games are just very interesting and lends itself well to coding challenges that you can tackle, obviously, in a program like this. And in order to plan out my project, I made a lot of drawings and diagrams, and I had a lot of ideas for this. And so I designed 4 or 5, depending on how you count it, different puzzles to include on my box. And this is kind of... don't pay too close attention because there may even be some spoilers. But basically, I was just like trying to really nail down the exact functionality of each thing before I actually coded anything, because this was a lot of content to hold in my brain at once. Here, another thing that I ended up having to do, because a really big challenge for me was trying to both create a 3-dimensional puzzle box and also put a bunch of puzzles on it and like have you interact with them. And honestly, it's still not done. It's still not, you can't interact with it right now. So in the meantime, I've just created these puzzles in like a sort of two-dimensional space. On my website, I have another page called tests, and you'll see that in the little video demonstration. But I have created a breakdown of the two of the puzzles that I have. I have a moon puzzle and a direction puzzle. The moon puzzle is just based on like Boolean logic. Basically, if you have certain buttons selected, I want you to be able to only have those buttons selected and none of the other ones in order for you to win. And a sort of similar idea with the direction puzzle. They're both based on arrays and like array methods. But with that one, you are trying to select from a number of number of directions, like north, south, east, west, and put it into an array by selecting, like, if you select north, east, west, that would add those directions to an array. And you want your array that you're generating to match the hidden sequence. And there are clues on the box that will tell you what you actually need to select, but here, if I hit next, okay, cool. So this is, right now, this is just the box. You can only, this is the working state. You can just rotate it around. But I have a link to my testing page. This just shows that you can select the buttons, and I have the DevTools open, and you can see I have some stuff down here. Shows me that I'm creating the box. And you can see that you can win them. Let's see, will it hold on this last screen? That'll be, oh no, it won't. Well, that's fine. Yeah, so it says the puzzle is currently solved once you get the right sequence on the directions, and on the previous one, it'll also say that it's solved once you don't have to show that again. But once you get it solved, it won't make you solve it again, basically. Obviously, there are a lot of challenges with this. There's scope creep. I wanted to keep adding more and more things. And even like trying to get to a minimum viable product on this was very difficult, because I'm thinking like the smallest it could be is still a 3-dimensional cube that has puzzles on it. And so that was kind of my solution to at least like the MVP at least was getting the puzzles out of my brain and onto a web page, so that I'm not just like having them in my notebook and nowhere else. Also, yeah, obviously integrating lots of unfamiliar things all at once, like 3JS and animations I haven't really worked with before, and just lots of things. And especially once I started incorporating more narrative elements, it was easy to get distracted. Having like characters that I'm sure I'll be able to show off that. I'm very proud of what I've created so far, and once I'm able to share the entire project, I'm excited to have everyone try it out. But in the meantime, thank you very much for listening.
Great job, Eli. That was awesome. That was, I will say, like, I got a brief description of these projects, but it was literally, the description I got was stuff like 3D puzzle box. That was so much better than the description. Like, I thought maybe it was like a sandbox where you put puzzle pieces together. I'm like, that could be cool. But that was cool, man. And those drafts, I love the way you staggered everything. Great design display. So, a little outro for you, Eli. So big props to Eli for the vision and grind, bringing 3D puzzles to blow your mind. 3JS brilliance, every line of code. This puzzle app's a legend. Watch the future unfold. Okay, this next one, Isaac. I didn't know anything about your project until like 10 minutes ago. So I apologize in advance if this is any incorrect or anything. So Welcome to the application we call Rock and Roll. It's the ultimate tool for your cave crawl goals. Dive deep underground where the big rocks hide. Every geologist's dream. It's your digital guide. All right, give it up for Isaac.
All right. Hello, everybody. I already told you what my name is, Isaac Edwards. Welcome to Rock and Roll Expeditions. It's a sister company to the Rock and Roll company I created previously. Since the time is so short, I can't really break down to you what the last website I made was, but I'm kind of building a cinematic universe here, so just know that it's connected to the last one, okay? The theme was animation for this website that we had to make, and like I said, previous Rock and Roll website didn't have any animation, just had a lot of rocks. And the inspiration as well was also Apple and Google's cool pages. Like, you know, when you scroll and it changes and has different like the AirPods rotate and stuff. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I wanted to get something like that. So the goals was to expand on my cinematic universe, challenge myself with a new framework like animation, and make a page that resembles the animations like Google and Apple. And so most of my presentation is going to be this demo. So here we go. You scroll, and then from down here, we have scroll triggered, text. It's very unfinished, so just bear with me. The plan. See, and the picture is actually not just it's not just staying there. It's actually sliding down with the screen. It's attached to the bottom of the window. And then here, you can apply. See, a little slide in there. That was kind of nice, right? You can fill in your name. I'm going to do it really slowly because they said I can do a long video if I talk over it. And then I'm going to fill in the information. I don't have the autocomplete on so that I could really draw it out. And then the password is it's not simple. It's seeing a bunch of words about things. Okay, that's tell them about yourself, submit it. And so what I did is I stored these with cookies and to local storage just because. And as you can see up top, you see it has it right there. It has your name, anything you put. On the right, you see the nav. I have this really big picture of the Songdong Cave. That's a person. Just know that's how big the cave is. Like that's a huge cave. And then here's your application. So, yeah, okay. See, and then it has the information that you submitted from the last page on this page using cookies and local storage stuff. And then you can go back with the links to apply again or do whatever you want to do. And that is the website so far. Thank you. Okay. So challenges was GSAP. Having never used it, anytime you are pressured to learn something new and make something, it's really hard the first few days, like so hard that you kind of want to just not do it. And then you have to force yourself to do it anyway through not wanting to do it. So that was really hard, especially with GSAP using scroll triggers and animations and things like that. Creativity, I see why artists take forever because forced creativity is hard to overcome. It just really is. It's hard to force yourself to make something. And then the storage wasn't really much of an issue. I mean, I'm not storing anything to JSON because I'm not there yet, but I don't know what kind of information I wanted to store. So I just, I was struggling with trying to figure that out for the most part. But everything else is pretty easy. I didn't make a slide for text used, but I used a lot of CDNs. If you saw my HTML page, you'd be disgusted with how many CDNs are littered across that page. But it's jQuery, GSAP, Bootstrap. I used obviously HTML and CSS. And I mean, we're not finished yet, but you probably won't get to see the finished project unless you stalk me pretty hard. But other than that, if you scan that GitHub, that goes to my GitHub page, and that's my presentation.
Great job, man.
Thank you.
All right. Rock on, Isaac. Rock on. All right. A little outro for you. I was drafting as you were presenting. I was listening, I promise. Rock and roll, explore the unknown. Big boulders, gemstones, every zone. Cave expeditions on your device. Adventure at your fingertips. That's the life. All right. Up next, we have Alan Keeling. Did I say that correctly? Keeling? Is it? Cool. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Slight modification to the slides, it looks like. I have something prepared for you. This is comparing animation styles, correct? Yeah. Okay. Sorry to spoil everyone. Okay. Yo, Taylor Allen Rasheen in the zone built a web app that's a style of its own. Animation compare, put the styles to the test. From 2D to 3D, we're ranking the best. Compare the styles, see the motion flow. Taylor Allen Rasheen running the show. Animation vibes, let the magic grow. This app's got the styles, watch them steal the glow. All right. Okay, come on up. All right, give it up for Taylor. Wait, I'm just kidding, Alan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's just we were planning to do it together, but Taylor had something come up, so. Once again, I am paired up with a couple people that I didn't even know the names of beforehand. So we were faffing about with trying to come up with a concept, but it actually came pretty easy with just talking about different animation styles we wanted to talk about, because I'm afflicted with autism and kept ranting about all the principles behind the different ones. So we eventually came up with something comparing those rants and talking about Odit and making a discussion board and stuff like that. The examples we eventually came up to use was the Disney 2D animation, some fighting game animation, and live action CGI. And the principles that follow them up, because these aren't just like sequential styles. These things are used for completely different reasons and have to emphasize completely different parts. So we haven't had much trouble with it, except for Firebase, because Firebase sucks, and no, actually, that was completely my fault, because I kept forgetting to disable the cache, so whenever I reloaded the page, it didn't actually reload. Yeah. We still need to implement like the backend for the discussion board, and and we're thinking of doing an API for custom animations for some extra content, because right now we're just using like GIFs and stuff. But like we got most of what we need done, and like I'm kind of lazy, so. So the website is basically an essay. We're just using the website to be able to show examples. So if you want to hear my thoughts on all of this, you can just check it out. And once we do get the discussion board part set up, you can leave a comment and stuff to talk about it with us.
Great job, not Taylor. Alan. Sorry about that. Who knows? It was planned. It was totally scripted. Yeah. Okay. But okay, just curious. Any preferred animation? Do we like old animation, modern animation? I prefer Pixar or Pixels. Okay. Gotcha. I'm a fan of like 60s cartoons, like the hand-drawn cells, like Scooby-Doo. My phone case, Scooby-Doo. I wonder what I like. Who is up next? Ace. Okay, we have a special guest here today from MLT4. Oh, I guess you're T5 now, pending you pass your mock interview. Yeah, I have a special little rap for you as well, Ace. So this is a special project that Ace has been working on. I'll let them tell you about it, but if I can find your rap, that would be great. Too many raps, y'all. I'll be rapping all the time. No such thing. Okay, stand together spreadsheet. Here we go. Yo, Ace is on a mission, building something great. The stand together spreadsheet, let me narrate. It's a tool for the people, a digital guide where volunteering meets autonomy with pride. Stand together, let's build the vibe. Ace's spreadsheet keeps the dream alive. Volunteering made simple, see the world align with autonomy and networking combined. All right, come on, Ace, come on up.
Thank you, MC Starles Barkley. It is an absolute honor to have you greet me. I never thought that I'd see a day where I'm introduced on the stage with a rap, but I'm so happy that it's happened. All right, guys, so this is something that I came up with a month or two ago due to recent political events that I won't have to say, but we all know. Is this the button? One on the right. Excellent. All right. So why did I build this? Well, first of all, what is it? The Stand Together spreadsheet is a spreadsheet that has an aggregated list of local organizations that you can join. It has information like their website. If they've got a physical location, it's got that as well. I've got a couple of stretch goals that I'll tell you about later. But for right now, the purpose is after that event, we all started asking, okay, so what can we do? What can we do? And the answer was, get involved locally. Find a local shelter. Where? It took me an hour to find the small amounts of data that I found because I went to each individual website. Some of them don't have websites. Some of them only have social media pages. That would be a fun volunteer project for any of the full stacks out there. So kind of the inspiration was giving a full list available so people could easily look through, find something that means something to them, and find the organization that corresponds to it. The design process. I like spreadsheets, so this actually wasn't too hard. I built this in 2 days over the course of a couple of hours. I wanted a simple table format. I didn't want anything too fancy. I wanted it to be easy to look through. I wanted it also to be easy to understand. And we also have a data entry form that links directly to the spreadsheet. I was going to do some fun thing with Google Scripts, and I sat there and I'm like, I don't know the easiest way to do that. And Cody over there said, make a Google form. I've done that trick before, and I did not think about it. So thank you, Cody. I found an Easter egg that allows me to format the spreadsheet in 30 seconds with Pride Theme. Less than 30 seconds, actually. So that was a lot of fun. Some of the challenge was the scope. The V1 and the future versions, choosing what was the most important features. Obviously, because it's a simple project, it doesn't need that many bells and whistles, but there's a lot of bells and whistles that I want to add. Alternating colors, I would have liked for the alternating Pride colors to have been horizontal, but vertical also looks nice. And gathering the data, like I said, I spent an hour looking at different organizations, and I found maybe a dozen of them. It's hard to research stuff like this. It's like looking for job applications. Only this time you're volunteering. It's not life or death for you because you're not getting money out of it, so it's never going to be the priority. We all have to live. Here's the demo. Oh, nice. So as you can see, we found something. There we go. It's sped up 4 times. But here's the really cool thing. Google link. I went to the really, really free market. They don't have a website. They only have a social media page. Boom, 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 boom. I didn't know what to put as the area of concern, so I left it blank. I'm still not sure what to put as the area of concern. Submit. Go back to the spreadsheet. Crowdsource data. It doesn't show you, but if you go to the website, It's an easy Google link. I'll put it on Slack later, and also the Discord for the Atlas-wide Discord. You can click the same link that you saw in the tab that says crowdsource data. You will immediately see the information that you put in that Google form. So, there you go. That's the project.
All I have to say is you really aced it. That's all there is to say, right? Okay. Little outro real quick. So shout out to Ace for this project so grand, empowering the people, lending a hand. So if you're ready to act, don't wait too long. Ace's creation is where you belong. With a sense of control and a network to grow, the stand together spreadsheet is the way to go.
Okay, that's going to be the end of the live stream portion of the presentation. So thank everyone who tuned into the live stream, and see you next time.